Battle for the Planet of the Apes is a 1973 film. This is once again directed by J. Lee Thompson, but it's the final installment in the Planet of the Apes franchise, mostly because that fourth film, I guess, didn't do all that well. So Fox said, alright, we gotta end this series. Luckily they were nice enough to give it one last movie to wrap everything up, so let's see if they did a good job in doing that. Well, I don't know exactly how many years it's been since the end of the fourth film, but clearly Caesar has taken over the land. I mean, he's doing it in a more peaceful way, though. He doesn't want to be the barbarians that his ancestors were. He's trying to live peacefully with humans and just live amongst them. But there was still that nuclear bomb that went off and killed a lot of people in the city. And you actually see the remains of the last surviving people who have been living with the radiation, so now they're mutated. Just like in the second film, yeah, those people. So when they find out that these monkeys are here, these apes are here, they want to go to war with them. And not only that, Caesar realizes that not all of his apes believe in his philosophy on being peaceful with humans. Now, what I think of Battle for the Planet of the Apes is, I didn't hate this movie. I didn't. But, goddamn, I've sat through 5 of these movies now. And the first one is so great. It's such a classic. It's so awesome. Still to this day, watching it, and it's like, wow, this idea, this premise, these characters, these actors, I loved it. Some of these sequels have been sort of a letdown, especially the second film, where it's just like they've either taken this idea and done some pretty stupid shit with it, or they've kind of just milked it for what it was worth. It's now watered down. I did like following Caesar, who, yeah, he was pissed at humans in that fourth film, with good reason. I do like that he's trying to be peaceful with them. He's trying to live at least with this group of humans that's with them. He's trying to make it work. And there is a part of me too that like the fact that we're now so far into the future. It's not quite at the point where the original movie was, but still you're seeing the apes riding horses and they're in charge, they're leaders of the humans, and it's refreshing to get back to that point, even though in this timeline it's happened differently. I like the idea of the fact that there's nothing the humans could have done. This future was going to happen no matter what. Just watching Caesar try to keep it at this level. 2 also was interesting because obviously not every ape agrees with him. Some other apes are like, we want to kill the humans, or we want to treat them like slaves. And in fact, there's one ape who's even willing to kill Caesar to do so. Caesar obviously is once again played by Roddy McDowall, and I swear if it wasn't for Roddy McDowall in this ape costume, there'd be nothing to really care to watch in this movie. This guy, he's a committed actor. Yeah, it's almost like he sat by the phone and waited for Fox to call him and say, hey, do you want to do another Planet of the Apes movie? He was right there. He was not trying to say no. He kept coming back. And I appreciate that because he was good in it. He was able to act through the mask, through the makeup, the prosthetics. Not a lot of people would have been able to do the same. And I fear that if anyone else did try to do that, these sequels would have went to shit. Now, when we come to see those mutated telekinetic humans that were there in the second movie, this, I don't know if they're just not that advanced yet with their mutation, with the radiation of the nuclear bomb. I don't know. But, so they didn't annoy me as much as they did before. But still, I saw them and I thought, why do we have to go back to these characters? I don't care about them. Luckily, it seemed like they were only just there to start this war. I questioned whether we needed them there since Caesar was having his own conflict with his own apes. But I guess it led to a pretty decent battle at the end. You know, I would have liked to have seen this nuclear bomb go off. Or I would have liked to have seen what led up to that. The war that I'm sure happened that led up to humans saying we're just going to use a nuclear bomb to wipe out these apes. I mean, I'm not saying I would have wanted another film in between this, but if we're going to do one last film, why not have the nuclear bomb aspect as a part of it? Am I disappointed? No. Trust me, nothing is worse than that second film. I think I'm just more glad to be done with the series, even though I do know there is a remake that I have to watch, and that's next. Fuck. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the Battle for the Planet of the Apes? Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Later!